eBay and Amazon are middleman businesses. Uber and Airbnb are middleman businesses. Google is a middleman business, right? And I'm not just talking about tech giants, I'm also talking about individual middlemen who are thriving thanks to the tools of the internet. Throughout history, we've had middlemen, and yet people have often had very strong negative feelings about middlemen, feelings of resentment, anger, contempt, sometimes even disgust. If you have a network that has a certain value and you take out some of those nodes, sometimes taking out a single node will just decimate the network. It'll radically decrease the value of the network, and sometimes taking out a node will have almost no effect at all. And sometimes taking out a node will actually increase the value of the network because some of these connectors are actually having a net negative effect on the value of a network. So if you think about spammers, that would be an example of something like that. So it is really important to think about connectors' quality. But how do you think about connectors' quality? What is it that defines the quality of a connector or of a middleman? And the way I find it useful to think about it is in terms of these two dimensions. One is warmth, and the other is competence. Warmth and competence. And these are specialized terms that social psychologists use when they're talking about how we judge other people. So this isn't just true about middlemen, this is true about human judgment in general. When we meet somebody, we quickly evaluate them based on our perceptions of the person's warmth, which is all about their intentions. Are they friend or foe? Are they on my side or not? And competence, which is a separate issue, and that's really all about the ability to deliver on those intentions. This is why being a middleman gives you an advantage, because one of many reasons is that you're buying and selling a lot, and so you can much more quickly build up a reputation as someone who delivers on the quality that they're promising. So the third problem is the problem of accountability. Accountability is related to the problem of quality, except with quality, you're just dealing with goods. With accountability, you're dealing with services. So let's say you need to hire somebody. How do you know, regardless of that person's track record or underlying quality, how do you know that they're going to deliver for you, that they're going to do a good job for you? Information consumes time. If you've ever had to plan a complex trip, you probably can relate to this. You know, humans actually have a much harder time than computers in processing information because we get overwhelmed, we get emotionally overwhelmed, and so we just get paralyzed with indecision. And so this is another rationale for a middleman to step in. So I call this role the concierge role, just like you could do your own research on whatever city you're going to through your iPad or whatever, or you can go to a concierge who can just cut through all of that and tell you exactly where to go to meet your needs. The last problem that I think middlemen solve is the problem that I'll just call self-advocacy, the problem of self-advocacy, which is the problem of trying to advocate on your own behalf. So we, just as humans, we have a hard time tooting our own horn. Much easier if somebody else does that for us, if somebody else introduces us, if somebody else says how great we are. And also the problem of pushing for what we want. We're afraid of rocking the boat.